Hi guys, welcome back to my blog and channel. You're watching Lipstick and Laura, and you guessed it, I'm Laura. Today we have the January favorites. This is gonna be up a little bit late just because a lot of stuff is going on and I've been pretty busy. I'm also gonna play with my hair a lot because I'm not used to actually doing it, so it's really straight. So today we have the January favorites, and you can see that I have a little pile of stuff behind me. Some of it falls under skincare, some of it falls under makeup. Also, I took a chance and did my own nails last night, and I paint my nails like a 5-year-old, so please don't judge me. January was a fun time for me for makeup. I seemed a little bit more inspired by some stuff, and I was able to play around and kind of discover new products and figure things out and all of that stuff. So let's get into the products. We are going to talk about skincare first, and then we are going to talk about the makeup. So for skincare, I have generally dry, dehydrated skin. I drink a lot of water, but for some reason my skin's still a little bit dry. I had really oily skin way back in the day, and then just with age, because I'm 30 now, so I think when I was like 28, 29, my skin really changed, and now it's just bone dry. And then if you follow my channel and you've watched some of my videos, I went to Buffalo for Christmas for the World Juniors hockey tournament, and the lake effect wind and the weather there, even though it's only 2.5 hours away, it was so much drier than Toronto, and my skin really took a dive. So I bought some stuff, and a lot of the skincare products that I'm about to talk about are a little bit more for drier skin. So keep that in mind. Also, I have the door closed, and I'm pretty sure closed doors gives this cat anxiety, so you're gonna hear that. Buddy. Soon. So the first product that we have is the Eucerin Advanced Repair, I'm gonna say this so wrong, Ceramide 3 and Natural Moisturizing Factors Enriched. This is just a hand cream, but it's good for dry, rough, flaky skin. I suffer from eczema, so when the weather gets really dry and really cold, my skin tends to crack. I get eczema on my hands, it gets really dry and flaky, and then my skin just cracks open, so I need to be very careful. So that started happening in Buffalo. And the body lotion, obviously, that hotels put in their rooms, not the greatest, so I couldn't really rely on that. And we went to Walmart, and I was like, I need to get something. My hands are so dry. And then my dad also suffers from the same type of stuff, but he also has something else that's like psoriasis, and it like cuts his skin open, and it's a little bit more serious. So I got this for both of us. I got it at Walmart. I'm pretty sure you can get it here. I feel like I've seen it at Rexall at Shoppers and whatnot. And it's a really light consistency, but it soaks in really nicely, and you just need a tiny bit, but it's super moisturizing. So especially when I was putting this on my hands and then putting my hands in mittens, it was keeping them nice and warm and moisturized. So it made it so that it kept the extra flakiness at bay. It didn't necessarily heal anything, but it just kept things a little bit more moisturized, so had a little bit more flexibility in the skin, and it was easier for me to go day to day, especially at that outdoor game. Again, if you've seen my vlog, you know it was so cold and snowy and it was insane. So this is the Eucerin Advanced Repair hand cream, and I highly recommend it. In addition to that, another product that I picked up at Walmart when I was in the States is Aquaphor. So I did have the lip balm, I do still have it, and I do still use it. It's not in this video because something else happened. So with the Aquaphor lip balm, I was using it and my dad was using it, and he used a lot of it. And so he went to Walmart when I was really sick to get me medicine, and he was like, I'll get you some more lip balm as well. That way you have it and we don't have to keep replacing it, whatever. And I was like, cool. So he came back and he was like, I got you something to replace the lip balm. And I was like, okay, great. So more lip balm, no big deal. He got me this. And then this is also Aquaphor, but it's Aquaphor Healing Ointment, and it's for babies, and it's for dry, chapped, or irritated skin. So this is it's a huge pot. This is gonna last me for a very long time. So it comes in a pot like this. I don't know if you can get here. I've never actually seen this here. but it's almost like it's not petroleum. I think it's petrolatum, which is different, but it's almost like Vaseline, but I find the consistency better. And I find that it just heals my skin a lot better. So I put this on at night on my lips, and sometimes like I get eczema here as well. So I put it here and then I put it on my lips, or like somewhere that I get eczema on, you know, my hands or whatever. Just little spot treatments for it, and I find that it keeps everything protected and it keeps it moisturized and it helps heal it. So it just comes like little tiny bit, and then it helped heal the eczema that had broken out on my skin. And it's just really good for protecting and healing dry skin. So this is, again, the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. Really enjoy this, highly recommend. So the last product in the skincare category is something that I have been using for a couple of years now, and it's just, I really like it, and I kind of have rediscovered my love for it, even though I never really stopped using it, which is, it sounds weird. But I am going to have a post in a couple of days on my skincare routine and kind of how everything fits in. And I'll link it down below when it publishes. I don't even want to know what that was. So that's the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. So the Ultra Facial Cream is part of Kiehl's best-selling line as far as I know. That's what was said when I bought this a couple of years ago. It's a very moisturizing formula, but it's very mild in that it doesn't really have like fragrance to it. And it's pretty good for sensitive skin. I mean, there's nothing crazy that's in here that's gonna make your skin break out. It's not gonna make your skin irritated, nothing like that. I did try the other stuff in the line. I had the cleanser and the toner and the moisturizer as well, and I found with all three of them, the moisturizer or the toner and the cleanser, I found I liked for a while, and then it just didn't really do much for me. So I just kept on with the moisturizer, and now it's just kind of like, I can't really find a moisturizer that I like as much, which is it's kind of funny to me, but I do highly recommend this if you want something that's moisturizing, something that's good for sensitive skin, and I find it's not too greasy. It just works really well. So for my dry, dehydrated skin, this is really good. And I do really like Kiehl's. I love going into their store. Their customer service is always amazing, and they're always willing to sit down and do a consult and tell you about your skin and get you to tell them about what you think about your skin and what you want to achieve and all of this. And they're never shy about giving samples, which I think is really key when it comes to skincare. You need to make sure that things are gonna work well, and you don't really want to spend like $100 in skincare, bring it home, and then you feel like a dick bringing it back. So they're really good that way, and I just find that their customer service is just some of the best when it comes to skincare. So I do highly recommend going to Kiehl's if you have a location near you. I have a few. There's one that's walking distance actually to me, and I just really like this guy. So this is the big tub. Last time I bought the little one, and this is the big one. Moving on to makeup, the first product for makeup is going to be the BECCA First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. So this is the BECCA primer that's purple. This is the travel size one. I got this in the gift set that was for Christmas, and it came with the other primer, which was the beige color primer, and I do like that one as well, but I found that this one was a bit better. It's a bit more moisturizing, and it makes my skin look a little bit more even. And I'm probably going to buy the larger one of this. I find that this doesn't last for a really long time. I mean, this is only 15 milliliters, so I didn't think it was going to last for a long time. I just felt like it was a good idea to have both of them so I can like see what both of them do and kind of compare and contrast. So I do really like this one. This is kind of my go-to lately, especially because I kind of have been running out of my moisturizing primers, and I find the only primers that I have left now are like mattifying ones, and my skin's pretty dry, so I don't really want to go that route. So this, I think I want to say the large size of this retails for $46. I do really like this. I find a little bit goes a long way, and I find it just makes my makeup apply better because it evens out the skin a little bit. So it moisturizes and it makes sure that the dry patches aren't really there anymore. So I do really like this, especially if you use a really heavy concealer or a really heavy foundation, which obviously I do. So the BECCA First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh, go pick it up. So I have two palettes, eyeshadow palettes. The first one is the one that I did a review of, and it's really funny because I bought this and I looked at it and it's beautiful. On first glance, it's beautiful. Packaging is beautiful, colors are beautiful, and I opened it and I played with it and I accidentally used one of the sheer ones. So that is the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette. This is such a beautiful palette, but when I first bought it, I almost returned it because I was just like, am I gonna ever use any of these colors? Like, I don't know. It's also, I don't want to blind you guys, but it's also colorful and bright, and like, it's not really a palette that goes by itself. It's a palette that's more so gonna complement what you already have in your makeup collection. Like this blue here is stunning. But all of these colors, some of them are sheer and some of them go on their own. So this pink one is the one that I used alone once, and I didn't know that it was sheer. The only thing with this is, in order to figure out which ones are sheer and which ones aren't, you're gonna have to look on the website, because they don't actually say on the back which ones are and which ones aren't. They actually only say the names. So some of them are sheer top coats to put over neutral colors, to put over black, to put over gold, and kind of like mix different colors and stuff, which is actually really cool. I was just a little disappointed because I didn't know that when I used it the first time, because I didn't do my research. I was just too fucking excited. So I did use it not the way that it should have been used, and then when I played with it and I did the review and I did the swatches, it became very clear to me. This is a beautiful palette. I have a lot of eyeshadows, I have a lot of stuff in my collection, so for me to add this makes sense. If this is the only palette that you have, you might find it a little bit lacking just because there's no matte shades. It's all like shimmer and glitter, and it's supposed to give everything just like this ethereal look to it, so it's a little bit more artistic and a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more colorful. If that's not your speed, then you might not like it, but if it's something that you want to experiment with, definitely try this, because the sheer ones to go over like your browns and your neutrals and your golds and your beiges and stuff like that can actually make them look really, really beautiful. So I do recommend the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette for that, who want to be a little bit more adventurous in their colors. And I'm not going to bother swatching it or anything like that. If I will link my review down below, and then in the review I have, in the video, I do a full look and I do swatch all of them and I say what they are described as. So definitely check out the video review on this and you'll get more information. So the next eyeshadow palette that I have is one that is dear to everybody's heart. It is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This, I think, is one of my favorite palettes of all time, just because it's so beautiful and it's so rusty and warm, and I love warm colors. I love pinks, I love roses, I love like just anything that's got that romantic forestry kind of feel, and this is just so beautiful. And I mean, the packaging is velvet too, which I really, really like. The pigment is amazing, the blendability is incredible, and I think that I would say most people who have bought this have said that it's their favorite, because it's just so amazing. All of the colors work so well together. You can create so many different looks with so many different vibes, and it's just super cool, and I really, really love it. There's a lot of shimmers and mattes here, so you can get really, really good texture out of them. And you've got like a lot of transition shades, a lot of colorful shades, things to deepen it. You can make a great smoky eye. So I will link the Valentine's Day look as well that I did down below. Really, really love this palette for the blendability, the pigment, the colors. I think it's beautiful. And I do think that they kind of were on the forefront of the warm, rusty kind of reds and pinks trend that's been going on with like all eyeshadow palettes lately. And I feel like I've seen some that are really, really nice and amazing and beautiful, but I don't think anybody did it quite as well as the Modern Renaissance did. So I kind of rediscovered my love for this palette. I bought it so long ago and I've just been using it so much lately. So if you don't already have it, which I would be surprised, if you need an everyday palette and you love the warm looks and you love just beautiful colors, this one is A+. A+. If you follow me for a bit or you know me personally, you know that I don't wear a lot of liner. I don't wear a lot of fake lashes just because I'm actually not the greatest at them. I'm trying to like up my game and do some practice and stuff like that. So I have, like today I have eyeliner and I have lashes on. I know, it's crazy. But the next product that I'm going to talk about are my Ardell Demi Wispies. Getting these in Canada is a bitch. It's so hard. I know some people have said that they found them at the Bay, like underground, whatever. I can never seem to find them, especially in a value pack like this, which I have bought from Amazon and I have bought from the States. CVS has them. There's just, nothing compares. I love like big fluffy lashes and I love really intense fake lashes and all of that stuff, but there's just something about these Ardell Demi Wispies. The band is invisible. It's so easy to work with. Everything's flexible so it can flex to your eye shape, which I think is incredibly important, but they're so easy to apply. The band is invisible. They're so nice. They just look really good on the eye. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can actually see what my eye looks like. So that's what they look like. I'm really bad at applying false lashes, but it literally takes me like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes just to get these on, whereas normally with other ones it would take me like 100 tries and probably half an hour, and then I would decide not to do it, and then I would just fix my eyeshadow and fix my eyeliner if I'm wearing it and just go. Because at that point I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But Ardell Demi Wispies, I highly recommend. I get them on Amazon to get them in Canada, but if you can find them at the Bay, apparently they have them at the Bay. I'm not sure of anywhere else that ships to Canada without like an assload of duties that sells them. So if anybody knows, put it down below. I want to know. So the last product that I have is something that I bought at Ulta when I was in the States, and I did write a review on this, and that's the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. If you know me, I love myself a great highlighter. This I've seen all over Instagram for I don't know how long, a couple of years, and I've always wanted to try it. But for some reason or another, I've never really had the opportunity to get my hands on it. So now I did, and it is so nice. This is such a great highlighter. It's a beautiful gold color. It literally looks like something out of Winnie the Pooh's Honey Pot. It blends like butter. It's so pigmented without being super glittery, and it just adds such a beautiful sheen. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing, today I'm actually wearing Champagne Pop because I wanted something not as gold. But it's just such a beautiful product and it's such a beautiful color, and I kind of wish I picked up a couple of more because there was a couple more that I really wanted, but I only picked up the one. So it is really nice. I will link my review down below. This blends like butter. I super recommend it. I love it so much. If you can get yourself to an Ulta, or if you can order from Ulta, I believe they're shipping to Canada now. I believe the shipping and the duties are insane, but by all means, try. So that is it for my January favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.